All right, hello everyone. Welcome. Super excited. It's a good Friday night here, and we're going to be building some websites. Well, more particularly a website. We're not going to build more than one because that would be kind of ridiculous. So, welcome, folks. My name is Taylor, and we're going to be building my new website. So, I've got a huge announcement to make today, and I'm super excited. And apparently, my voiceover has something to tell me about that. Well, it's going to get shut up. Let me just shut up the voiceover here. So, welcome in, folks. We're going to get started in just a couple minutes, but we're going to be building a website today. And I do have a link that I will share out to a Google Doc that I'm going to be taking notes in and having all my resources for y'all. So, go ahead and join that as well. Let me know if there's trouble accessing it. Also, if you're in chat, go ahead and say hi. But this is the TWP channel, and we're going to have some fun building a tutoring business website today. So we're not going to do the design. I'm actually going to pay someone to do that. And if you're wondering who I'm going to pay to do that, you are in the right place. Lauren with Beyond the Brand is who I'm going to be paying to do my web design. So Lauren is awesome, and she is a web designer. Also, she does branding and that kind of thing. And so her website is beyondthebrand.dev. Lauren Flinner, you need to go check her out. She is going to be my designer, so super excited. But we're just going to get the website started today, and she's going to be doing the design. So that sounds like a plan. All right. Let's see. Anyone watching, or am I just talking to myself? Let's see. I'm going to make sure I'm working here. Let's make sure my stream chat is going where it needs to go here. All right. There we go. So, let's see what time it is. If it's 6 o'clock, I need to get started because we've got a lot to do today. Before I get started, though, that's the Google Doc for today. Let me know if that link is not editable or viewable or whatever, and I can figure out what's wrong with it. Alright. So, let's see. Anyone's here? If they're not, well, they're going to be missing out on some cool things. So, let me announce some things real quick. So, Michael and I had a little bit of a discussion yesterday night, and we got talking about different side hustles, because he does some stuff on the side, and he does work and things, and I'm like, I do all these other things, right? I'm able to go out and do all these things, and that's great. But it'd be nice to make some money on the side, because there's a lot of things I want to buy. Let's just be really honest. There's a lot of things I want to buy. So it'd be really cool if I could make some money on the side. And I'm like, what can I do that would be really a good thing for me to do and make money on the side? So then I got thinking, I'm like, okay, what am I good at? I don't want to do accessibility testing because I do that as a day job, and that doesn't really sound appealing to do as a side business. I don't really want to do, websites in terms of making client work, because again, I did that for 2 years. But something that I did do for 2 years, but I still really like to do, is tutoring and teaching people how to code or how to make websites or that kind of thing. And so we're going to be opening up Techopolis Training Solutions today. And we're going to be building the website for Techopolis Training Solutions. And we're going to be showing you guys how to build a website using WordPress. So that is kind of my announcement. I have a new business officially, Techopolis Training Solutions. And we're going to be buying the domain. We're going to be setting things up today. So if you want to learn WordPress, go ahead and let me know. Get in contact with me. My email is taylor@techopolis.online. So TECHOPOLIS.online. And we can talk from there. So, anyways, folks, I just thought I would let you guys know about what's going on. I'm super excited about this announcement. It's just really cool because I want to be able to also go in the local Austin community and, tutor in person and get out in the community and learn and, just have a great time. I want it to be a fun thing, and that's what it is. It's kind of fun for me. So, super excited, folks. This is going to be awesome. Okay. So let's go ahead and get started. So I just want to do a very brief refresher on fundamentals. I want to talk about what it takes to get a website online. And I've talked about this many, many times before. So all I'm going to really do here is I'm just going to go into the nitty gritty, very basics. If you want to know more, I've got plenty of resources that you can go check out. And they will be on the description as well as on my playlist and the channel. So go ahead and check out those resources. I've got a Fundamentals of WordPress series, WordPress Wednesdays, Tutorial Tuesdays. I've got a whole bunch of things. So let's go ahead and open up the Google Doc, and I'm going to go ahead and do some very much fundamental things. Just talk about what you need to get a website online and kind of some basics. And then we're going to be buying a domain because I don't really have a lot of time. So let's go ahead and get this thing on the road, shall we? If anyone's in chat, go ahead and say hi. And yeah. I see we've got 3 people watching. Awesome, folks. So if you're here, say hi. That is super awesome. And yeah, so, all right. Is anyone able to access the Google Doc? Let's see if anyone can click on that. I just want to make sure before I actually get started that if anyone is able to see the Google Doc, that they can actually click on it. So if anyone can just chat me and say, hey, the Google Doc can be opened, that would be great. And if it can't, then I will go figure it out. While y'all are doing that, I'm going to go ahead and open the Google Doc and share my screen and do all that kind of fun rigmarole. So. Okay. Alright, so we're going to talk about how to build a tutoring website using WordPress. And the first thing I like to do when I'm creating my websites is I like to get a plan together. I like to figure out why I'm creating the website, and I like to have an objective. So before we even talk about what a website is and how to get it online, let's kind of first briefly talk about the importance of having a website. So I'm going to simply write in my next heading here, why do you want a website for your business? So let me write that in here. Whoops, I just did something here. Good job. I tried to make a heading and actually what I'm just going to do is I'm just going to make list items and then I'll add headings later. But this is just not working very well. Hold on. Of course, Safari doesn't respond, so I got to refresh the page. Classic. Okay. Having a whole bunch of problems here. Hold on. Okay. So. Anonymous Coyote. I don't know who the heck that is. Why should you have a website? And I'm going to make this a list item. And I'm going to make a bullet indented under the current list item. And so basically it's just a hollow bullet. So a website is your hub on the internet. You can show people what you offer and they can learn more. So it's basically your hub on the internet. And so if you don't have a website, it's really hard to market. Well, word of mouth and all those other things are effective. A website is like your modern day business card in the 21st century. So I'm going to go ahead and write that. Your website can act as the 21st. Whoops. I'm just going to say modern business card. Your website, again, it can act like your modern day business card. You know, we're not in the 20th century anymore, folks, or whatever. And so your business card, right, your website is kind of your modern day business card. Business cards are still really important, but your website is kind of your digital business card. And so it can provide a great place for people to find you. You can have them learn more. You can also do more with your website. For example, clients can book appointments with you. So I'm going to go ahead and write that down as well. So a place for customers to book appointments or appointments for service you offer. So it's a place where people can book appointments for services, for example, that you offer. And they can do it from their own time, on demand, and then you can be able to help them. And then you can do things with this like Calendly or that kind of thing. But the cool thing is that you're doing it from your website. So we've talked about a lot of ways to have a website, why you should have one. And so now I want to talk about what it takes to put up a website. So I'm going to go ahead and de-indent, and so that way I have a top-level bullet here. And I'm just going to simply call this how to get a website online. So I'm just going to Shift-Tab here. How to put your website online. So there's two parts to a website. There's your domain and your hosting. Your domain is like your address on the web. So your domain is like, for example, techopolis.training, which is the domain that we're going to be buying today. It's what people will go to find your business information. And so simply put, your domain is your address on the web. So we have two parts to a website. I'm going to go ahead and indent again. So I indented, and I'm going to say domain, colon. And I'm going to say address on the web, example, techopolis.training. So it's your address on the web. Now, they don't all have to be .com or .org, .net. There's different what's called TLDR, top-level domain extensions. And you have, like, for example, .training, .net, .online, .finance, .art, .biz. There's so many different levels of extensions that you have. So you don't need to have all of these in one spot. So that's something really important to know. So let me just... Domains don't I'm going to say have many extensions. For example, .training, .art, .finance, and more. And if you want to know all the domain extensions, or a lot of them, go ahead and check out Hover. Hover is where we buy domains typically, and I've got a link to that in the description. I'll put a link in here as well. But go ahead and check out Hover to learn all about the different domain extensions. But there's so many of them that you can buy. Some of them are very cheap, like your .coms and .orgs, .nets, 12 to 15 per year. Some of them are a little bit more expensive, like .online, 34 or something like that, and my domain is going to be $29. So .training is $29. So there's a lot of different domains that you can buy, and you buy them from a domain name registrar. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to write that down. Okay. Domains. Oops. Also cost different amounts. The cheaper ones are .com, .net, .org, and so on. Some domains, like .online or .training, can be $30 per year, give or take. It all depends on the domain extension. It all depends on where you get them from. So that is a little bit about domains. Do I have any questions in the chat? So I'm going to talk about the registrars next. So you have to purchase a domain from a domain name registrar. But do I have any questions in the chat about anyone, or is anyone even watching? Go ahead, if you're watching in the comments, go ahead and say hi. If you would like to follow along, go ahead and join the document. And if you're in trouble, go ahead and let me know. I would be more than willing to figure out what's wrong. So those are a little bit of some interesting things here. So, okay. I'm just making sure I have my... Okay, I just got a little bit off track here with my indenting and things. Normally I don't indent like this, but because I'm trying to do this a little bit faster, I would, that's why I'm doing that a little bit this way. So, okay. So, domain registrars. Domains are bought from a company called a domain registrar. Registrar. These companies have special permission to sell domains from a ICANN regulates domains. And one day I decided to look it up online how much it costs to be an ICANN registrar, because for the heck of it, folks, it's not cheap. It's not for the faint of heart. It's like $4,000 plus another $3,000 for this fee. So domain name registration is something that I would not recommend getting into unless you have a lot of money to kill. So, now you know a little bit about domain name registration. So you're probably wondering where you buy domains. You can either buy them from two places. You can buy them from hosting companies, which we're going to get to in a minute, or you can buy them from domain name registrars itself. So, okay. So, okay. Let me see. Hold on, folks. I'm having an issue. I might have to end the stream. I gotta figure out what's going on. Okay. Just give me a second, folks. I might have to restart. I might have to resume stream later. But folks, what we're going to do is I think that I'm going to be doing this in videos actually. And what I'm probably going to end up doing is I'm probably going to have to do this later. And we are going to be going live tonight playing Hearthstone. So if anyone's interested in that. But I think I'm going to have to end this because I'm having some issues. But have a great day, everyone.